You on?
Okay, go.
Alrighty. I'm doing another YouTube on my uh, fishing. This is PJH Fishing 2022. Um, I have a box that my oldest son and his girlfriend got me a $50 gift certificate for Bass Pro Shop. And so I'm gonna buy something. Got it Christmas Day. I think I had this all. It come in yesterday. So I had last time I talked to y'all, I had told you I'm going to kind of move into using some fluorocarbon, and I have got me some 12 and 15 pound Bass Pro Shop. What is that? Excel. Excel. Um, that's a pretty good brand from what I understand. It's 100% fluorocarbon, and the thing that I really is looking forward to do is trying is these right here. I saw this on Wire to Fish. I have me some regular standard Tokyo rigs, and then I have gotten me some of these right here. This is a Tokyo Finesse Nico hook rig, and I'm looking forward to using this because I've got 2 alt and 1 alt rigs. Is that the 2 alt right there?
Yes.
So what I've done is I've got these because I use a lot of smaller baits since I bank fish. I use some, like I still use Zumo Monsters, but most of the baits I catch are smaller, and because I'm bank fishing and I'm fishing on the Lake Chickamauga, when it gets on up into June, July, and August, September into October, it's real grassy on the banks. So I've gotten these so I can kind of keep it up off the bottom in a sense. So that's what I've gotten. I've ordered those, and then I have gotten me some baits that I think would be good. Let me make sure and see what I got here, and I'll explain why I got these. Let's see what these are right here. Okay, these are my what are these called? Vibes.
These are Yum. I'll show you. Yum Pulse.
Pulse.
Sinful Shad.
And I got these in. These are more. I use these a lot in the fall. I'm gonna use them a little in the spring. These are. Was that blue green?
Yeah, it has a little bit of a blue tint in there.
So.
Shoot them stink.
Yeah, they got a little bit of fragrance on them. So those are the ones down. There's one thing that I really do use a lot on Chickamauga from the bank, and it works real good. Are these size worms? What color are these ones?
Those are the chartreuse pepper, or green pumpkin at
Green
top.
pumpkin and chartreuse.
Yeah, chartreuse on the
So the waters that I fish, they're kind of, I guess you would be considering them somewhat clear. They're not real muddy, but it's that chartreuse tail. I've got these in green pumpkin chartreuse, and I have them also in the June bug chartreuse. And the reason I got those 2 colors is the last 3 or 4 years at fishing from the bank, May, March, April, May, and June, early June, they really eat this June bug color. And the water sometimes is a lot darker then on into when the grass is getting up a little higher. So I use these smaller ones. There's some more of them 5 things. Well, I got him hung out to dry. So that right there, and I've got these also. Now, these are the ones that I catch a lot of fish on all through the spring and summer. Is these right here, and Fat Albert grubs. Now, I go through a lot of these, and like I said, you know, sometimes YouTubers have sponsors. I have no sponsors yet of any. I buy my own stuff.
Let me see that pack and I'll show them if I can.
That is, I use those, and I use them on like a maybe a sometimes a 1/4 ounce jig head, sometimes Ned rig. Now I'm going to try to use these on those Tokyo Finesse Nico hooks, because that would be, I can standard hook them and keep them, because in the warmer days they're going to be closer to the bottom, and so that's why. But fishing the Chickamauga, in my experience from the bank, I catch a lot of them with smaller versions. I do know that Strike King has a Ned Rig series of baits. I know that they have, I think it's a Rage Tail has got some smaller style Nico headed baits, those smaller. So those are something that fishing the Chickamauga from the bank, you have to kind of downsize. Now out on the boat, I don't know. I see the guys fishing them. I watch the YouTube, but I do have things to fish if I can get somewhere between now and spring. I've got a Shad Rap number 5. I've got some of those. I've got some crankbaits. Now they will bite regular size rattle traps and crankbaits from the side, from the bank. But I also got some smaller ones. They're not quite as large as a full size rattle trap of it, and they tend to work. But you can catch them on both sizes. So so I'm moving into all that, and I'm throwing stuff everywhere.
No, it was your knife.
Oh, and so, but that was presents. A gift card that my children have given me, my son and his girlfriend. She's our children because she's with him. So, but using those smaller type worms tends to get more bites from the bank. A lot of times, now I've caught some good sized fish. You can go on. I've got pictures on the my Facebook. It's called PJH Fishing on Facebook. It's my page. I've got a lot of pictures on there of fish I've caught, and a lot of these fish have been caught from these grubs, smaller baits. But now I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something that I catch a lot of fish on, also. This is a staple in my bag. I've got a, you saw my carry bag. I've got a tackle box full of these. This is what I catch a lot of fish on. That is a Senko. This is Yum Dinger. I use Yum Dinger. I don't know. These are just, I've just always used these. These are a little bit cheaper than some.
That bag, you know.
And that is a that's Jumbo, right?
Yes.
And I've also got what I did was, there's a website that I had got these on. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was what, I got like 30 something or 40 something Senkos.
Let me see.
They would Because I need to get that back with them people.
Shields.
Yes.
Shields All Sports.
Yes, that is if you and I'm not sponsored by them, but they have bulk.
We got a 30 pack and it was like, how much was it? Like
$10 or $15.
I think $10.
Yes.
And you got, this is a huge pack. I think it was $10 for 30 of these, a 30 pack of Yum Dingers. So we just went in and got a couple packs.
Yeah. So that is, and how I fish them is. To be honest with you, I like to wacky rig them. I don't Texas rig them. I use, I've got wacky rig. It's got the little equipment, a little, you put your worm in it, you slide the ring on it, you hook the ring, and I use those, and I catch a lot of fish. But one thing about using those, and I'm telling you this, you may already know, but some people may see this that don't fish. You know, if you're somebody that fish and, you know, you can comment on my Facebook page because I tried to Instagram, but I had some trouble out of that mess. So I just went ahead and got me a Facebook page for my fishing.
So we just have, you have Facebook and YouTube.
This channel that I'm putting this on, when I get done, I'll upload. But what I do with these, the one thing you gotta be careful is when the bass bite this, it's soft. And it just, and you got to really don't wait no long time to set a hook on these things, because I have caught them, the hook be way back in their throat, and I have to get my pliers to get them out. But they eat these. I mean, I have caught fish with these before, and Wendy was with me. She's seen them where all I'd have is a hook and that much of a Senko, and they had eat it, and I have hooked them way back in here. So. If you're going to wacky rig those with a ring, be sure and pay attention. And when you feel that, go ahead and, I wouldn't wait no longer than 3 seconds. I'd 1, 2, 3 hook, because if you don't, they're gonna get that down. They gull it down in their throat, and then you're gonna have a hook there, and you're gonna have to, take measures to do that too. So nobody's perfect. I mean, fishing's hard sometimes with that stuff because. But you just so that's one of the ways I really like to fish is using Senkos from the bank, those Fat Albert grubs, smaller baits. Sometimes you got to kind of downsize from the bank because and it depends on the time of the year you're fishing. I'll tell you something else I like to use is lizards in the spring. I don't really Texas rig them as much as I do with maybe a smaller jig head. I'll use about these are 5-inch Senkos. I use about a 5-inch lizard. And I use chartreuse and green pumpkin and June bug. Those are the 3 colors that really make hay. But I'm learning that if I do Texas rig, I tend to move to like an 8-ounce bullet sinker, an 8, a little old bitty 8. And so that's what I use those because they sink slower, So those are some of the things that I tend to use. I use a lot of these Senkos and other things with my spinning rods. Those finesse rigs will be with my spinning rods. Anything heavier, jigs, rattle traps, I throw. Now you can use a full size, maybe a quarter spinner bait and catch them from the bank. I caught one last year, was like 313 on a white spinner bait with a pink trailer. Messed my spinner bait all to pieces. It jacked that wire all to pieces. And so that's why I hope that this will show you how us bank fishers may how we have to downsize to catch them. You got to kind of know your lake and know what they bite and how they do, and that's just experiences for me learning to be a bank fisherman. And plus I got to kind of learn a different way. I'm really basing everything on my touch and feel of my hands. I can't line watch. I've heard that a lot from some of the guys. Got to watch the line. Well, I can't watch the line. So I kind of feel, and I've learned how to tell with my hands. And so sometimes when you got to adapt, people may take it for granted, those things, but sometimes people like me, you have to adapt, and I have adapted well, and I catch fish just like anybody else, but it's fun. And so I hope that this helps somebody, or it lets y'all know how I attack my lake when I fish, how I will use the baits, kind of doing some new stuff with the Tokyo rigs and the finesse rigs, but I'm always jigging. I use jigs a lot because that weight helps me to discern the stuff. And except for the Senkos, now you can tell when they bite that, they just tear it out. I mean, you're fishing, it's like wham, and you've got fish. So I hope that helped everybody on out there in this, and just kind of let you into my world on how I've learned to teach myself to fish. And you got to use what the good Lord gave you, you know. So, and today this I'm gonna upload this today, and today is New Year's Eve. So today's December the 31st, and before I go, I want to invite everybody to prepare yourself for this oncoming year. You know, we're really going to have to seek the Lord on what's coming. Each year brings new things, a new beginning. But I want everybody to know that if you don't have the Lord Jesus in your life, it would be a good time today to ask Him, to seek Him, because when it hits 12 midnight tonight, it'll be January 1st going into 2022. And so, you know, really seek the Lord. We're going to face trying times this year. We're going to do it. Trust me, as a man of God, as what God's called me to do, and to speak into people's lives. We just need to be sure that we are securing our election sure, our salvation. And so I hope that you'll take the time today to reflect on this year. And if you're not saved, then it's just easy. You just ask Him into your heart. And I really would want comments from people. I have reached out to some professional fishermen to let them know, you know, sometimes I just want them to know that there's people that watch them, and when they talk about the Lord and they give Him the glory, there are people watching them. You know, I see them. I'm a man of God. I'm a preacher. I'm doing what God's called me to do. I'm walking in, and so we ain't perfect, but you know, we're doing the best we can. So I hope that this blessed everybody, and I hope that you will understand, and just trying to let you in how I fish. And hopefully one of these days we can get to some water, and I'll film it, and I'll show you how Wendy and how she kind of helps me and puts me in position, and then she just sits down and watches me, and we talk and we fish. But I hope that this has been educational for everybody, or you know, there'll be more uploads and films, I guess, or videos. But I just want to say that I thank you for getting on there, and I thank you. How would you do this on YouTube? Follow it? Would you follow us on YouTube?
They could like and share.
Please like it. I see the guys talking about it all the time, and I'm on this side of it, and I forget to say, if you like it, you know,
like it and share it.
Like it and share it, and come on,
follow
get on.
You on Facebook.
And follow me on Facebook. Yes, please. I invite your you know, conversations about fishing and about you know, the Lord. That's what I am. I mean, I see these men talking about Jesus, and they're outdoorsmen, they're fishermen, and there's other of us out there that's not professionals, but we love to fish, and you know, God has give us that ability, and we don't take things for granted. So this is a good opportunity for me and everybody, y'all, to meet me and to see how I do it. So I think that's all I got for today. I just wanted to kind of show you what my box was and kind of chronicle this as we go. So everybody, this is PJH Fishing 2022. I'll see you again sometime.